Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1976 1 dime coin stands as one of the most iconic and intriguing pieces in the Roosevelt Dime series, a coin that tells the story of both the nation's history and the quirks of coin production. Though 1976 was a pivotal year in American history, marked by the bicentennial of the United States, which celebrated 200 years since the nation's independence, it didn't feature a special design for the dime like the quarter and half dollar. But what makes the 1976 dime valuable and unique isn't necessarily its design, but the way it was made and the exceptional errors that occurred during its minting process. The Roosevelt dime had been in circulation since 1946, and in 1976, as the nation celebrated its bicentennial, there was a palpable sense of patriotic pride. The U.S. government decided to honor this special occasion with a new reverse design on the quarter and half dollar coins, but the dime, traditionally bearing the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had died in 1945, kept its regular design. However, it's the 1976 dime story that lies in the mistakes and minting errors that gave this coin its unique collector appeal. The Roosevelt dime was designed by John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, in 1946, immediately after Roosevelt's death. The dime's design has been iconic for over 7 decades, and the 1976 version marked the 30th anniversary of its introduction. While the nation was in full celebration mode for the bicentennial, the dime's design didn't change, making the 1976 Roosevelt dime a historical remnant of the era while also representing the enduring legacy of Roosevelt himself. The 1976 dime is made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, a composition that remained the same as previous years. Despite this, the 1976 coin stands out due to its minting defects, which have made it an extremely sought-after piece among numismatists. The most common errors found on 1976 dimes include off-center strikes, double die errors, and die cracks. The 1976 1 dime coin was minted in multiple U.S. mint facilities, including those in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. During this period, the minting machines were under heavy strain due to the massive production demands for bicentennial commemorative coins. As a result, error coins began to emerge. One of the most notable errors associated with the 1976 dime is the double die error, where the design is unintentionally struck twice, creating a blurry and doubled image on the coin. Additionally, off-center strikes were common, where the design was not perfectly aligned with the coin, creating coins with distorted designs. These minting defects occurred because of wear on the minting dies and imperfections in the striking process. One particularly rare and valuable error for collectors is the 1976 Roosevelt dime with a missing E in Liberty on the obverse side. This error occurred due to a die break, where a portion of the die cracked, and part of the lettering was not struck properly on the coin. These types of striking flaws are extremely desirable to collectors and often lead to higher prices in the marketplace. The 1976 1 dime has garnered tremendous attention among collectors, primarily due to the rarity of the minting defects found in this series. Coins that feature off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies are highly sought after and can command significant premiums on the market. These errors can be difficult to find, making any well-preserved 1976 dimes with errors valuable collector items. In addition to the minting defects, the historical significance of the 1976 bicentennial celebration adds to the coin's appeal. Even though the dime didn't have a special design, the fact that it was minted in the same year as the bicentennial coins gives it an added layer of value for collectors who are focused on commemorating this pivotal year in U.S. history. The 1976 1 dime is not just a coin, it is a piece of American history, one that connects collectors to the past. Now, the ultimate question: how much is the 1976 1 dime worth today? A standard 1976 Roosevelt dime without any errors or flaws will generally be worth its face value, which is just 10 cents. However, When it comes to coins with minting errors or those in exceptional condition, their value can skyrocket. A 1976 dime that has a rare minting defect, such as an off-center strike or a double die error, can easily be worth around $135,000. These coins are highly prized for their rarity, and even a moderate-grade specimen that shows significant errors can fetch a substantial amount in the numismatic market. The 1976 Roosevelt Dime, particularly those with minting defects or unique imperfections, has become a collector's dream. The rarity of high-grade error coins, especially those in MS-65 or higher, means that the value continues to rise with each passing year. As collectors search for perfect examples of these errors, the price for coins in excellent condition remains high. The 1976 1 dime is a remarkable coin in American history, not just because of the bicentennial, but also because of the rarity and minting errors that occurred during its production. Its connection to a pivotal year in U.S. history, combined with its potential minting flaws, has made this coin one of the most valuable dimes in the world today. Whether it's a double die, off-center strike, or die crack, the 1976 Roosevelt Dime remains a key piece in any serious collector's collection, with coins in perfect condition regularly fetching upwards of $135,000. Next time you come across a 1976 dime, remember that you could be holding a valuable piece of U.S. history, and who knows, it might just be one of the rare error coins that could make you a fortune. The 1977 1 dime coin is another fascinating chapter in the story of the Roosevelt Dime series. While the 1977 dime might not hold the celebratory significance of its bicentennial sibling from 1976, it carries with it a wealth of intriguing history, minting nuances, and a legacy that has led it to become one of the most coveted error coins among collectors today. Unlike other years in the Roosevelt Dime series, the 1977 dime remains largely unchanged in terms of its design and production. But as we dig into its rich history and the occasional minting defects that elevate its value, it becomes clear why the 1977 dime is one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in the entire U.S. coinage collection. To understand the significance of the 1977 Roosevelt dime, we must first look at the state of the U.S. economy and coinage during that period. The 1970s were marked by economic turmoil in the United States, as the nation grappled with rising inflation and a growing need for precious metals. Despite the uncertain economic environment, the Roosevelt dime remained a vital piece of currency in circulation, continuing the legacy of the 1946 design by John R. Sinnock, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver. The 1977 dime kept its traditional obverse, depicting the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the reverse, which featured the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. The composition of the coin remained consistent with previous years, made from 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. Its diameter remained 17.91 millimeters, and its weight 2.27 grams, ensuring that it fit comfortably in the hands of everyday Americans. However, despite its standard design, 1977 marked a time of significant changes in the coin production process. As we'll see, the 1977 dime features some of the most notable minting errors that have captivated numismatists. These mistakes were not intentional, rather, they occurred as a result of the stresses placed on the minting equipment at the U.S. Mint. The 1977 Roosevelt dime was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mint facilities. During this time, the minting machines were under increasing pressure to produce vast quantities of dimes for circulation. This was a year after the bicentennial celebration, and while the nation had moved on from the massive coin production for the bicentennial coins, there were still considerable demands on the mint's resources. These pressures sometimes led to errors that would go unnoticed until the coins began circulating. One of the most valuable and rare errors on the 1977 dime involves the double die error, where the coin was struck twice, causing the design to appear doubled on one or both sides of the coin. In the case of the 1977 dime, the double die errors most frequently show up on the obverse, particularly around the word Liberty or Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait. This type of error happens when the die is not properly aligned during the second strike, leaving behind a blurry and doubled image. These doubled features make the coin incredibly rare and highly desirable to collectors. Another common minting error found on the 1977 dime is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is struck at an angle, causing the design to be misaligned with the edges of the coin. Depending on the degree of the misalignment, off-center 1977 dimes can be worth significantly more than their face value. Perhaps the most notable of all errors on the 1977 Roosevelt dime is the die break error, which can result in a cracked die that leaves visible cracks or chunks missing from the coin's design. When these types of die breaks occur, the imprint of Roosevelt's face or parts of the reverse design may appear incomplete or damaged. These die cracks are often considered premium errors, which make the coin even more desirable to numismatists and collectors alike. Collectors gravitate towards coins with unique features, and the 1977 Roosevelt dime has definitely earned a prominent place in their collections. The errors on these coins elevate them far beyond their 10-cent face value, making them a highly prized commodity in the numismatic community. Coins with double die errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks from the 1977 minting are sought after by both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike, particularly those who are interested in collecting rare error coins. For many collectors, the 1977 one dime is a symbol of rarity and an example of how even routine coinage can hold hidden treasures. The error coins from this year are often included in special collections of coins that feature unique or obscure minting flaws, and they continue to generate strong demand at auctions, especially those in mint state, MS, condition. The dime's appeal lies not just in its errors, but in the story it tells about the coin production process, how even small imperfections in the minting process can result in highly valuable coins. The rarity of these coins, especially those with visible double dies or off-center strikes, is what drives up their value. As time passes, the 1977 one dime continues to increase in popularity and value, making it an attractive piece for any serious collector. So, how much is a 1977 one dime worth today? The value of a typical 1977 dime without any minting errors is still only 10 cents, but that's not where the real value lies. Coins that feature rare errors, particularly double die errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks, have been known to fetch impressive amounts at auctions. The 1977 Roosevelt dime with a double die error or a major minting flaw can be worth anywhere from $130,000 to even more, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's grade. A high-quality MS-65 or MS-66 example of a double die or off-center strike from 1977 can bring in an astounding premium price, as collectors eagerly compete to own a piece of American coinage history. While most standard 1977 dimes will not have significant errors, the existence of these rare examples has made the 1977 Roosevelt dime an important piece for collectors and investors alike. These coins represent the intricacies of minting, the appeal of error coins, and the unpredictability of value in the world of numismatics. The 1977 one dime coin is a true collector's gem. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started with coin collecting, the 1977 dime represents a perfect blend of historical significance, minting errors, and collector appeal. The legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt lives on in these coins, but it's the mistakes made during production that have helped these dimes achieve legendary status in the world of coin collecting. While the 1977 one dime may have only been a 10-cent coin when it was first released, its value has skyrocketed due to its rarity, errors, and historical context. So, keep an eye out for these rare treasures, because you might just hold one of the most valuable coins in your pocket. The 1981 dime coin represents a fascinating period in U.S. coinage, a time when coin designs were already firmly set, but the conditions in which they were minted left room for rare errors and misprints. The Roosevelt dime had become an integral part of American currency by this point, and although the design and specifications of the 1980 dime remained virtually identical to those of its predecessors, certain minting anomalies would ultimately raise its value in the world of numismatics. For the everyday citizen, the the 1980 dime may have been nothing more than pocket change. But to collectors, it is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of rarity, a testament to the evolution of U.S. coinage, and a representation of how small variations and minting errors can have a profound impact on a coin's value. The 1981 dime is considered one of the most fascinating coins in modern American numismatics due to its minting flaws, which have elevated its worth to incredible heights. To fully understand the 1980 Roosevelt dime, we need to consider the state of U.S. coinage during this era. The 1970s had been a time of economic struggle in the United States, with inflation reaching record levels and the country still recovering from the shock of the Vietnam War and the oil crisis. By 1980, the economy was in a state of recovery, and the U.S. Mint continued its work producing coins for the public, with a renewed focus on efficiency in minting processes. The Roosevelt dime itself had been a stable presence in American currency since its introduction in 1946, designed by John R. Sinek. The 1980 coin carried the familiar design of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most beloved leaders in U.S. history. The obverse of the coin features Roosevelt's profile, and the reverse displays a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. By the time the 1980 dime was produced, the composition had remained unchanged since the 1965 decision to remove silver from most U.S. coins. The dime was made of a clad composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it its characteristic silver-like appearance. The diameter of the coin remained 17.91 millimeters, and its weight was 2.27 grams. Despite the familiar design, what sets the 1981 dime coin apart from its predecessors is the rarity and value of its minting errors. These errors, often seen only under close inspection, add a new layer of intrigue to the otherwise standard coin. The minting process for the 1981 dime coin took place at both the Philadelphia and Denver mint facilities. As with any mass-produced coin, there were bound to be imperfections in some of the minted dimes. These imperfections, often referred to as mint errors, can dramatically affect the coin's value. While most coins produced at the U.S. Mint during this time were produced without incident, a small percentage of 1980 dimes had noticeable flaws that would make them highly desirable to collectors. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1980 dime is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck twice by the die, creating a doubled image. In the case of the 1980 Roosevelt dime, these double die errors are most commonly seen on the obverse, particularly around Roosevelt's profile and the inscription, Liberty. The doubled image creates a visible distortion, and in some cases, it can even result in an almost blurred effect around the affected areas. These coins are extremely rare and highly prized by collectors. Another notable error is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. When this happens, part of the design may be cut off, leaving a portion of the coin without any design at all. Off-center 1980 dimes can range from slightly off-center to drastically misaligned, and depending on the degree of misalignment, these coins can be worth significant amounts more than their face value. Additionally, 1980 dimes can sometimes exhibit die cracks or die breaks. These occur when the minting die used to strike the coins develops a crack or chip, leading to visible imperfections in the coin's design. Coins with prominent die cracks are considered more valuable, as they represent a unique flaw in the minting process. The 1980 Roosevelt dime has gained popularity not just because of its design or its role in everyday currency, but because of the rarity and appeal of its minting errors. Coins that have double die errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks are especially coveted by collectors who specialize in error coins. These collectors are often willing to pay a premium for a flawless example of a 1980 dime with a rare minting defect. As with many error coins, the value of the 1981 dime coin is not only driven by the rarity of the error but also by the condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint state, MS, condition, meaning they are free of wear and tear, can fetch the highest prices at auction. Because error coins often end up in circulation, finding one in pristine condition can be a rare and valuable discovery. The 1980 dime also appeals to collectors who enjoy the challenge of searching through rolls of coins in search of rare and valuable finds. As collectors know, the 1970s and 1980s were a time when the mint was experimenting with new techniques and technologies, and as a result, there were more chances for errors to occur. Finding a minted error among a pile of standard coins is like striking gold, making the 1980 dime highly sought after. So, what's the value of a 1981 dime coin today? The typical 1980 dime without any errors is still worth only 10 cents, but that's just the starting point. Coins that feature double die errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks can be worth considerably more. In some cases, a well-preserved 1980 dime with a double die error or an off-center strike can be worth $112,000 or more. The value of these coins varies depending on their rarity, condition, and the severity of the minting error. Coins that are in mint state, MS, condition, with high-quality features, can command top-dollar prices in the numismatic community. The rare die cracks and double die errors in particular are what drive up the 1980 dime's value in the auction world. Collectors will pay significant premiums for coins with these unique features, and well-preserved examples have been known to fetch upwards of $100,000. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare and valuable coins, you could be holding a piece of U.S. coinage history worth far more than you might have thought. The 1981 dime coin is a great example of how small errors in the minting process can create huge value for collectors. While most of these dimes were produced without issue, the double die errors, off-center strikes, and die cracks that do exist have made this coin a standout in the world of numismatics. Its history, its design, and the rare minting anomalies have made the 1980 dime a must-have for collectors of all levels. If you're looking for a valuable coin to add to your collection or simply want to learn more about the hidden treasures within everyday coins, the 1980 Roosevelt Dime is a fantastic example of how imperfection can sometimes create the most invaluable treasures. The 2002 one dime coin might seem like just another entry in the Roosevelt Dime series, but to seasoned collectors, it holds a distinct place of intrigue. In the vast world of numismatics, where small differences can lead to dramatic increases in value, the 2002 dime is more than just a standard coin. With a few minting anomalies and rare finds, this seemingly simple coin has evolved into a highly collectible piece that can be worth as much as $106,000 in certain circumstances. In this segment, we'll explore the 2002 Roosevelt Dime, its design and historical context, the minting details that set it apart from other dimes, and the factors that contribute to its immense collector value. With its small size, familiar design, and unassuming appearance, the 2002 dime may not have seemed significant when it was first produced, but it has certainly earned its place in the hearts of numismatists. By the time the 2002 one dime coin was released, the Roosevelt dime had already been a staple of U.S. currency for over 50 years. Introduced in 1946 in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the dime had undergone minor design modifications, but its iconic features remained consistent over time. The obverse, featuring the profile of Roosevelt, and the reverse, showcasing a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, had not changed, making it one of the most easily recognizable coins in the world. The year 2002 marked a period of stability for the U.S. Mint, with the production of coins still largely adhering to standard protocols. The design of the 2002 dime remained unchanged from previous years, and the coin continued to be made from the clad composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. The diameter of the coin stayed at 17.91 millimeters, and its weight was 2.27 grams. What sets the 2002 dime apart, however, is the fact that by this time, U.S. currency had been circulating in a new economic environment. The early 2000s saw technological advances that affected how coins were produced and handled. At the same time, there were subtle shifts in the minting process that would lead to small variations in how coins came out of the presses. Though the 2002 dime was technically identical to its predecessors in terms of design and materials, the subtle differences in how the coin was struck, coupled with various minting errors, contributed to its place in the collector world. These variations, while often imperceptible to the average person, have made the 2002 dime one of the most interesting and valuable coins for those who understand its potential for rarity. The production of the 2002 one-dime coin occurred primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver mint facilities, which were both responsible for distributing coins to the public. However, like many coins from this era, the 2002 dime experienced a variety of minting errors that would eventually elevate its value in the eyes of collectors. While most 2002 dimes came off the presses without incident, there were a number of mistakes that would ultimately drive the coin's value upward. These include some of the more common mint errors that many collectors of modern U.S. coins actively seek. One of the most significant types of error found on the 2002 dime is the double die error, similar to those found on earlier coins. This occurs when the die used to strike the design on the coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a doubled image. On the 2002 dime, these double die errors are most commonly seen on the obverse, around Roosevelt's profile, or on the word Liberty. The doubled design creates a ghost-like effect in the lettering or image, which can be particularly striking when observed up close. Another interesting error that has been discovered on some 2002 dimes is the off-center strike. While off-center strikes are more common on other denominations, they can still occur on dimes. These errors happen when the coin is not aligned properly on the die during minting, causing part of the design to be cut off. The degree of misalignment can vary, but severely off-center dimes can fetch a premium because of their visual appeal and the rarity of such errors. A more subtle minting flaw that can increase the value of the 2002 dime is the die crack. Over time, the dies used to strike coins will naturally experience wear and tear, sometimes resulting in cracks that appear on the coin's surface. When these cracks occur on high-visibility areas of the coin, such as around Roosevelt's face or the inscription, they can be particularly valuable to collectors who specialize in error coins. The 2002 dime also saw some issues with the clad composition used to create it. While this composition was intended to provide durability and prevent coins from corroding, some coins from this period exhibit flaking or color variation as a result of slight imperfections in the cladding process. These anomalies can add an extra layer of rarity to the 2002 dime, increasing its value among collectors who appreciate these quirks. As with other coins in the Roosevelt Dime series, the 2002 dime has a strong collector following, particularly among those who focus on modern U.S. coins. Collectors are often drawn to this coin because of its association with President Franklin D. Roosevelt, as well as its connection to the mid-20th century in U.S. history. The 2002 dime represents an era of economic growth and technological change, and it has an enduring appeal as a piece of American currency from that time. The minting errors found on the 2002 dime have made it even more attractive to collectors, especially those interested in error coins. The most desirable examples of the 2002 dime are those with double die errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks, as these imperfections create a uniqueness that is highly valued. A well-preserved error coin can be worth much more than its face value, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for rare and pristine examples. The 2002 dime also holds value due to the relative scarcity of high-quality specimens in mint state. Coins that have survived in excellent condition without the usual wear and tear from circulation are highly sought after by numismatists and investors alike. As a result, 2002 dimes in pristine condition can be sold for a premium at auction, further contributing to the coin's collector appeal. So, just how valuable can a 2002 one-dime coin be? As with many other coins in the Roosevelt Dime series, its value depends largely on its condition and any minting errors it may contain. A typical 2002 dime without any errors is worth 10 cents, but error coins can be worth significantly more. Coins with double die errors, off-center strikes, or other minting flaws have been known to fetch prices in the range of $106,000. The 2002 dime's value is heavily influenced by rarity and demand within the numismatic market, and high-quality examples can yield significant returns. Like all coins with errors, the more pronounced and well-preserved the flaw, the more valuable the coin becomes. the 2002 one-dime coin is more than just another entry in the Roosevelt Dime series, it's a piece of modern American history, showcasing the importance of small differences in minting that can lead to extraordinary value. Whether due to minting errors, die cracks, or off-center strikes, the 2002 dime represents a fascinating example of how seemingly mundane coins can be transformed into valuable collectibles for those lucky enough to find a rare 2002 dime with a minting error, or for collectors focused on assembling a complete set of Roosevelt dimes. This coin offers both historical significance and financial reward. Keep your eyes peeled for high-quality specimens, as you may be holding a piece of U.S. coinage worth far more than its initial value. The 2015 one-dime coin is a part of the iconic Roosevelt Dime series, which has seen decades of steady production and distribution since its introduction in 1946. However, despite being a relatively recent coin, the 2015 dime has earned a significant place in the world of numismatics, thanks to certain minting anomalies, rarities, and collector demand. While most people may view this coin as just another part of everyday pocket change, there are specific variations and errors on the 2015 dime that have resulted in some remarkable values, up to $92,000. In this segment, we'll delve into the 2015 one-dime coin, uncover its intriguing backstory, examine what makes it valuable, and explain why it has become so desirable among coin collectors. The 2015 one-dime coin is a part of the well-established Roosevelt Dime series, which honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. The dime has been in circulation since 1946, and its design has remained remarkably consistent over the years, making it one of the most instantly recognizable coins in U.S. history. The obverse of the coin features Roosevelt's portrait, while the reverse showcases a symbolic image of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, which represent the values of freedom, peace, and strength. The design of the 2015 dime remained faithful to the original, but it's the quality of the coin's production and the occasional error that piqued the interest of collectors. While the coin was produced in the usual clad composition, composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, its intrinsic value is much more than just the metal it's made from. In fact, the 2015 dime's value has largely been driven by the rarity of certain coins that were produced with mistakes during minting. The 2015 one-dime coin was manufactured at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins from both mints had the same design, but the focus of collectors often lies in the rare errors that came from these facilities, which have since led to significant demand in the numismatic community. The 2015 one-dime coin is not unique simply because of its age or design, but because of certain minting imperfections and rarities that have caused it to be valued far beyond its face value of 10 cents. As with many coins, the process of minting is an intricate one, and even the smallest deviation can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. One of the most notable errors found on the 2015 dime is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to stamp the coin is misaligned during the striking process, which causes certain parts of the design to appear doubled. This could be seen on the obverse, where Roosevelt's profile and the word "Liberty" are doubled, creating a unique visual effect that greatly enhances its appeal among collectors. Another significant type of minting flaw found on the 2015 dime is the off-center strike. Similar to other coins in the Roosevelt Dime series, the off-center strike is a result of the coin not being perfectly aligned on the minting die, leading to a coin where the design is misaligned or cut off on one or more edges. The further off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin, as this type of error is often rare and highly collectible. Die cracks are another key factor in the value of the 2015 dime. Over time, the dies used to stamp coins can experience wear and tear, resulting in cracks or gaps in the die. When these cracks appear on high-visibility areas, such as Roosevelt's profile or the text on the coin, they become highly coveted by error coin collectors. The value of a 2015 dime with die cracks can significantly increase if the cracks are clearly visible and run through important parts of the design. A less common but intriguing mint error found on some 2015 dimes is the mismatch between the obverse and reverse. This error happens when a coin is mistakenly struck with one obverse die and a reverse die from another coin, sometimes leading to designs being out of alignment. These mistakes are extremely rare and highly valued in the numismatic community because of their uniqueness. Finally, there are some cases where 2015 dimes were produced with visible blemishes, spots, or color variations as a result of the minting process or storage conditions. While these types of coins are not technically errors, they can add to the aesthetic appeal and rarity, making them valuable for collectors who focus on non-traditional flaws. The 2015 1 dime coin may seem unassuming at first glance, but it has captured the attention of many collectors due to its unique characteristics and rarity. Like many modern coins, collectors have become particularly interested in minting errors, as these can significantly increase the value of a coin that would otherwise be worth just 10 cents. The Roosevelt Dimes series has been one of the most popular coin series in U.S. history, and the 2015 dime is no exception. The series honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, a legendary figure in American politics, and represents a piece of history that dates back to the mid-20th century. This intrinsic historical value makes the 2015 dime more than just a coin. It's a part of the nation's legacy. Collecting error coins, such as the 2015 dime, has become a popular subcategory within the world of numismatics, as these coins offer a story behind each minting flaw. The idea that a simple mistake during the production process can lead to an item worth thousands of dollars is one of the key attractions for collectors. For serious investors, the 2015 dime offers a tangible opportunity to obtain a rare specimen that could appreciate in value over time. While the 2015 1 dime coin is still in circulation and available in large quantities, the coins with minting errors are considerably rarer. Some collectors even specialize in finding error dimes and other modern U.S. coins with imperfections, and they are willing to pay significant sums for these elusive pieces. So, what is the current value of a 2015 1 dime coin? The coin's standard value is just 10 cents, but special examples of the 2015 dime with minting flaws, such as double die errors, off-center strikes, and die cracks, can be worth as much as $92,000 in some cases. The value of the coin largely depends on its condition, rarity, and the specific mint error it contains. For example, a 2015 dime with a well-pronounced double die error or a severe off-center strike could see its value increase exponentially. High-quality examples in near-mint or mint-state condition are also highly coveted and can demand a premium price at auction. As with many coins, the 2015 dime's value has been driven up by demand among collectors, especially those who focus on modern U.S. coinage and mint errors. The 2015 dime represents a piece of American history that has potential for future value, making it an attractive option for those looking to invest in rare and collectible coins. The 2015 1 dime coin may seem like an ordinary dime to the untrained eye, but its rarities, minting flaws, and collector appeal have propelled it into the world of high-value collectibles. Whether it's due to double die errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other minting anomalies, the 2015 dime offers collectors and investors a unique opportunity to own a piece of history that could increase in value over time. For those lucky enough to find a 2015 dime with one of these remarkable errors, it could become a highly prized possession and a valuable investment in the world of numismatics.